The Leaning Tower of Manhattan. We have the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and we have a Leaning Tower in San Francisco, which is the Millennium Tower. This is Fortress's luxury high-rise. And I'm going to be a little biased here. This is actually one of my favorite skyscrapers and projects in Manhattan. I remember when I was a youngster, I thought to myself, if I made a bunch of money, I'll definitely buy a 1-bed or 2-bed condo in this building because the views were absolutely amazing. The Maiden Lane project lender will probably start foreclosing a building very soon. It's been stalled by terrible construction stuff, and the blenders were so immense that it's basically worthless. This is a very nice condo, guys. 161 Maiden Lane was supposed to have a sellout of almost $300 million. The guys bought the plot of land for about 64 mil. They were supposed to make a massive killing on this building because the building were literally selling a bunch of condos and they sold out super quickly. I mean, just look at the active listings right now. 2 beds, 1,300 square feet, started prices at almost $3 million. In fact, some units had bidding wars because the interiors were so incredibly nice. I mean, look at some of these pictures, right? They look really, really amazing. And this is what the condos look like. You literally have floor-to-ceiling windows. Many of the units had really nice balconies. And no matter which unit you buy, you had amazing views of Brooklyn. So this was a building that was heavily sought after. And there's even a lot of celebrity real estate agents in New York City that put down their deposits for this building because it's 98 units. And buildings like these have unblocked views and they will easily sell out in the future. This was one of the buildings where if you bought a 2-bed, 2-bath for $2.8 million back, 7-8 years ago, you could easily sell this for $4 to $5 million. So if you look into what's going on, it's abandoned right now. It's tilting. It's a $272 million mistake. It was supposed to have a sellout of this amount. And what's really crazy about it is literally every unit was snatched up. Every single unit of 161 Maiden Lane was snatched up by rich foreign and domestic buyers. But thankfully, a lot of these buyers got their deposits back and all their money back. So the buyers are fine. They got their money back. But it's the developers that's taking a humongous loss because it's literally tilting. If you look at this, it's the first all-glass residential tower in the historic Seaport District. And of course, now we got a bunch of issues going on. You already have some of the glass already, added onto the building. There's even builders and employees suing this building because they haven't gotten paid yet. And look at this. It's going to get worse. And we have no clue what's going on because it's still a bunch of back and forth, a bunch of suing, a bunch of lawsuits. And to this day, we don't know what's going on. In fact, people are even saying that this building, you can't even fix it because it's leaning so incredibly much. And the building itself is so incredibly thin. The foundations are not made well. It's sinking a little bit. It's leaning a little bit. They have to demolish the whole building. But at the same time, some banks and some developers say it can be saved. Some people will say it can't. But it really is an eyesore because when you go to New York City, you check out the skyline, you're going to be seeing this building right here, which basically is totally empty. It's half built. It's leaning. It was supposed to be a ultra luxury condo building. But now, not a single person wants it. Check out 161 Maiden Lane. It's a really nice glassy condo building, which is basically abandoned to this day. The sellout was supposed to be immense. You're supposed to get really incredible views. You're right next to a harbor. If you had a boat, you could probably dock it in one of its little yacht areas. But if you check out this, the location was pretty incredible. You're right next to a financial district. You're right next to some of the offices. And look at this, right? Wow. Can't believe it. This is what it looks like now. And what's really scary is some of the buildings next to it is probably sweating. Because if it does tilt, it'll probably crash into the building next to it. But right now, at the current moment, it's just lawsuits after lawsuits. And here's what it looks like. Just completely concrete and cement. An ultra-thin building in an ultra-historic and amazing district. This district is still incredibly popular with tourism. But, of course, not really sure what to do. Maybe the next decade, we should be hearing about the next demolition project happening in the Seaport District. Comment below. What do you guys think of this so far? It's supposed to be a project that should make developers hundreds of millions of dollars, which turned out to be a massive headache, 10 years worth of lawsuits, and this building is now basically worthless. Thanks for watching, guys. Comment below. Before we leave, check out the private Discord server, guys. Patreon link below for some amazing trades. And of course, our traders are trading live every single day. So check us out. With the most recent trade with Palantir making almost 50%, that's a fantastic server.